4 years ago, we bought a 100-year-old colonial home with a very empty front lawn, which since then I started transforming into a cottage garden. And this video is about my top 3 tips for transforming your front lawn into a cottage garden. Number 1, work with flower borders and flower beds. So when I first looked at my front lawn, it was quite a large area, especially that we are a corner house. So if I were overly ambitious and wanted to kind of do it all in one shot, that would be a complete disaster. Instead, when I started, I wasn't quite sure yet where I was going with this project. So I started with a smaller flower border right next to my house. I then created another flower bed and then another one. The reason why it's good to start with flower beds is that you get to work in a very specific spot and without digging and kind of destroying everything else. So the lawn that remains, even if empty and even if you plan in the future to add stuff there, it still, creates certain sense of tidiness around it. So that one flower bed you work on becomes your work area, and everything else is sort of under control, right? Chaos garden is fine, except until it becomes too chaotic, and then we easily can get overwhelmed. So that's number 1. Number 2, or you want to add a lot of plants, you want to create a certain cascading effect in your flower bed. So you have to think, if it's a flower border, what is going to be my back of the border, middle of the border, front of the border. And as you buy your plants, choose the ones that are 3 to 5 feet more to the back, around 2 to 3 feet tall in the middle, and the smaller ones in the front. And that's how you're going to get that beautiful effect. If it's an island or a flower bed, then you want the more striking and the tallest ones in the middle, or maybe middle on the side, to create that cascading effect. It's wonderful to start and add flowers to your cottage garden. Naturally, this is what we think when we think about cottage garden. But what I realized as I started with just flowers, when I started working with seeds and planting annuals and perennials, is that flowers are almost like that cherry on the top. Start your borders and flower beds with some structure. So add some evergreen, maybe 2 smaller shrubs, mid-sized shrubs. Think it could be hydrangea, it could be spirea. Put some juniper, hinoki, or some type of evergreen. So once you have the structure, it's so easy to then, tuck in all of these colorful flowers in the middle and still, have that effect of fullness and lushness in your borders. My third tip, and oh boy, I really should make it into 10 or more, but let's just keep it to 3, is that even though it's a cottage garden, even though it is supposed to be a very whimsical kind of creative garden, sometimes if you are going to just combine too many colors or create too many single plants, it's going to at times feel a bit, I would even call it messy. And there is a way to achieve the fullness, the lushness, the creativity of the cottage garden at the same time without losing yourself in the explosion of color. And for that, I think there are 2 main things you have to think about. Is that green is your important element. You want your deep green shrubs, light green shrubs, be the backdrop for your colorful flowers. This way, their colors are going to be, more vibrant, and they're gonna pop against those greens. That's number 1. And number 2, find a plant that you like, maybe a plant that it's easy for you to propagate, maybe a plant that you tried once or twice in your garden and seems to be doing really well, flowering for a long time. For instance, for me, that has been cut mint rather than salvia, for instance, right? Once you pick that plant that that is doing well in your garden, add it throughout your different flower beds and flower borders. And this way you will create certain level of unity. This way there's going to be like a common thread that is just weaved through all of these different flower beds. Tip number 4 is garden is like wine, right? The longer you have it, the better it becomes. So as you work on those one border or one flower bed and you realize you have so much ahead of you to get everything done, remember it's the journey, not the destination. So just have fun with it, think about it. This is your, a mental and physical health outlet, and let this be your number one goal rather than searching or expecting perfection right away, because it's not gonna happen. It takes time. Hope you find this video helpful. Subscribe to my channel for more tips on creating a cottage garden and on garden design. Happy gardening!